Hiya folks, my name is Daniela Rose and today I am bringing you a very short and sweet breathwork and neck stretch sequence. This one I find is really great if you've hit that midday slump and you're feeling a bit bleh. I find that this particular type of breath work really helps with my energy levels and my focus. And all you'll need today is a space where you feel comfortable to make a little bit of sound, because the type of breath work we are going to engage with is quite dynamic in nature. And I really want you to be able to come down and really feel into the practice. So once you've found that space that you're comfortable with, all you'll need is a chair, or feel free to sit down on the ground with your legs crossed. And if you are sitting with your legs crossed, I strongly suggest propping a pillow underneath the bottom. It really helps open up the hips. I will run you through the breath work, and so we'll be starting with the breath work up front and then moving into the stretches a bit later on. But the type of breath work we'll be engaging in is we'll bring our thumbs up and they'll be facing each other in the chair, really lengthening up through the torso, really engaging the midsection. And then almost imagine that the ribs are kind of knitting into one another, really engaging that midsection there. The arms come up. On the inhale, it's all in and out through the mouth for this section. We inhale, exhale, arms come down. So inhale, go up, exhale, arms come down. And we'll be doing 50 pumps for the first section, and then we'll just be returning back to a normal breath, and then another 50 pumps, and then we'll go through the neck stretches. I will run you through all of this, and if you feel comfortable, maybe closing down the eyes or even softening the gaze a little bit to really feel into the sensations of the body. And if you find this is a bit much, you can slow it down in nature, or you can just have your arms down by your side, maybe shrugging the shoulders up and down with every inhale, exhale. So just finding what works for you. All right, so we're inhaling, really lengthening up through the spine, finding space between each vertebrae, and really allowing the shoulders to come away from the ears as much as possible. And we're just going to take a moment to close down the eyes or soften the gaze and really feel into all four corners of the feet, coming into contact with the ground if you are seated, or feeling the sit bones really come into contact with the item that is placed underneath those sitting bones. Getting any last wiggles out. And then coming to a moment of stillness and finding just that little bit more length through the spine. And then we'll start with the first 50 pumps. I'll let you know when we're at the halfway mark of the first 50. So inhaling through the mouth. Halfway point. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing those palms to rest down on the knees. Feeling that new energy, the sensations moving through the body, maybe some tingles in the arms. Allowing the breath to return back to normal. Allowing the system, the nervous system, to know that it's safe and okay. Before we go into the next sequence of 50, making any final adjustments if the arms were a bit much or the pace was a little bit much, just honoring what your pace is for today. It might be different to tomorrow, it might be different to yesterday. So just honoring where you are in this moment. Once again, we bring those thumbs out facing towards one another. We inhale, exhale, we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing those hands to rest wherever they fall. Maybe shaking it out a little, flicking the hands, the palms, maybe wiggling it out through the body, allowing that stagnant energy to move through. And just coming to stillness. Amazing. Keeping the eyes closed if it resonates with you, otherwise opening them up. Really lengthen up through the spine, allowing the right ear to drop down towards the right shoulder. And then place the right hand on top of the left ear if you would like. No tugging or pulling, just really allowing to naturally increase a little bit more weight on the head, offering a little more leverage in the left hand side. Inhaling back through center, we'll switch sides, so dropping that left ear down to the left shoulder. And then if you'd like to go ahead and placing that left hand on the right ear, or even on top of the head. And then coming back through center, allowing that chin to drop down to the chest, and introducing very small and subtle neck circles, keeping them very slowed and controlled. We're not yanking or straining. And if you find you're feeling particularly icky in one spot, feel free to stay in that space. Move back and forth, really allowing the breath to aid in releasing the tension. And then coming back through center, lengthening up through the spine. If you're seated down on a chair, allowing the hand to drop down off the chair, will just simply rest on the couch or the floor. We're just going to aim to get into the side body, so really lengthening up, and the left arm reaches up overhead, keeping the chest nice and open, maybe rotating slightly forward and back just to feel into that side of the rib cage. And then inhaling back through center, the right arm floats up, and keeping both sitting bones in contact with whatever it is that is below you. And then coming back through center, we inhale, both arms float up overhead. Exhale, we'll cactus the arms so they come out to the side, opening up the chest. Inhale, they float back up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, they float back up overhead, and this is the last one. Exhale. Really aiding with opening up across the collarbones, the chest. Palms come down to the heart center. Thanking yourself for dedicating this time to your well-being and to yourself. bringing those thumbs up to the space between the eyes, the third eye. And we bow forward as a sign of gratitude and respect. Namaste.